Oh yeah.
Alright, here we go. Game number 1. Okay, Season 5. Before we get started, Aya, what has your favorite thing been when it comes to Season 5 changes? What you got?
I really like Lumi. I also it's a really good question. I feel like I've been having a really hard time at the start of the season. Just none of my buttons are doing the buttons that I wish to button.
Does Nine have a
Um,
script? What is
what?
that? See how fast he's changing characters? He got a script for
I
randomized characters or what?
I am really liking the change to the meta, but not from my character's standpoint, because it seems
Ah,
like they're really trying to make all the fights go a lot faster than they were before.
that
Because
is
they
actually true. I
buffed a
actually
lot
found that too.
of ADC items, they've buffed a lot of bruisers and bruiser items. And then even on the tanks side of things, they buffed solar system, completely changed it. And it just really feels like they're trying to put a lot more damage out into the field to finish fights as quick as possible. Which
Yeah.
also makes it really unfortunate for those long fights
My
characters.
In my opinion, I think a little bit of a better way to kind of put what you were saying is that they're putting an emphasis on the start to the fight.
Yeah.
Because you take a look at things like Wisdom Robe, right? Wisdom Robe
Hmm.
gives that attack speed and movement speed with ghosting at the beginning of a fight,
Hmm.
and it's so cracked. It's so good.
That is really very true. It unfortunately means for me being a Sisela main, I cannot. Anytime there's an ADC, I just lose.
I have seen
You might
some
be
Cecilias
seeing
succeeding a little bit, but it's very dependent on the comp. I think it's one of those
they have to go
situations.
very bursty.
Yeah, they have to go really bursty. If you're
They
playing
can't
for
go blood
pick,
cloak.
then you need somebody else doing the burst damage.
You can't go blood cloak anymore. We didn't check Lumi.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you even do that? I spectate. I forgot to do that.
I we'll figure out next time.
I'm sure they'll
I might.
add some kind of way for us to figure out what was, what's in Lumi as a spectate,
Mm,
right?
we'll figure it out. I mean, can I? Can I ping it? Can I look? Can I look at Lu? Because Lumi's not in anyone's vision. I can't.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, can someone get in Lumi's vision? Pretty funny.
Yeah, no, it's not happening anytime soon. Lumi's pathwing is just atrocious for
Yeah.
that.
I was gonna say we might be seeing quite a few wisdom robes this game. Oh,
Yeah,
you
not
see some
anytime
early
soon.
fights already start. Jerem goes down.
Jerem's been in hell recently. This guy's been on some really low win rates. He was talking about that last night
Oh.
during scrims. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Wait,
Oh,
Nine not Yan?
oh. Oh, Jerem gets away.
More like walks away, but
I can't tell which Galazor is Galazor. We got two of them in this lobby, so I'm not entirely
again,
sure about that one.
again.
It's alright. I copy-pasted all the correct values into the score sheet, so we should be okay when it comes to numbers this time. I just straight up copy-pasted the DAC.gg. If we start seeing wonky numbers, wonky characters, I know what's going on. Alright, Zing Zing getting taken down too. Early game kerfuffles, basically just to go in as it is. There goes the Luke. He should res in a couple of moments. Map-wise, seeing, for the most part, teams grouping up. That's good.
Except for what is it? Diane Destroyer? Just completely separated between two teams. Oh, we do see a fight happening up in stream.
Is Mai going to be able to get away? The Linko trying. Oh, so far, actually not bad. Hachimi just waiting on cooldown. Does get the knock up, and there goes the Mai. First team
They're
fight.
also low.
And go into the hands of Mamba out. They're going to win that one and have control over the top right side of the map, pretty much. Set of fights is the demo. Oh, actually, that's a triple smash to Smithereens. There's the pull back in. It's pretty good. Tetragon not really doing too much as Frog. Already pushing out. Futchu's gonna get taken down too. It's a 2 for 0, I should say. Pretty nice fight. Starting out, it's gonna be ShuviSenpai sitting on the top fight Hanu to kinda start out the fight. I saw some really nice combinations with Smash Smithereens and Tetragon. So good stuff coming through from Crayon Munchers. We got the Marine Core out here.
I think it's gonna be really hard for Bernice in these fights, because if he's the last one left, he has no way to escape. Oop. We just see Kira's bring out the Reign of the Vampire Queen, being able to take down Striker and NA Korean letters.
Korean letters, I like it. Okay, this Bianca's
That
just
looks
stuck in the
Chinese, not Korean. Wait, that is Korean, never mind.
Indeed, it is Korean. Okay.
I can tell the difference.
Alright, Kira is gonna get away. We're gonna have a 2 for 2 trade up on the north side of the map.
Ooh,
JK
this is a really bad
pushing
place to be.
in. Oh, Nai just barely trying to get away. We're gonna see Striker coming back, but I think that might be Nai getting taken down. Indeed, down goes the Kenneth once again. Got a lot of combat happening at the beginning of the game, but for now, we got 20 seconds to go until our first set of objectives. Temple should not get contested unless teammate decides to walk off. They're kind of far away to do that, but we'll see.
Right now, it's looking like everyone's got their own little area. We do see a fight potentially happening up in Temple and in Cemetery.
금지구역이 새롭게 설정되었습니다. 전술 지도 확인 부탁드립니다.
So we can see GRAM use the weapon skill to scout and start the fight. We do see Hachimi go in and dash and use the shotgun to slow down is it JK? JK's just trying to poke down with RQ and pushes the enemy team back.
They're still alive. Still 0 for 0 trade. Tree's still alive. They're still looking for it, but the third party comes in. Celine kind of locked down tight. There's the 4-stack jump onto Sung Sung-woo, but then Kira actually gets a really nice Reign of the Vampire Queen. That's a corner check for the Celine. Will get taken down. Down goes the Yan as well. Hachimi 2 trying to get themselves out, but the fight inside of Temple is still going on. We got the William pumping out a little bit of damage. There goes the head pop onto the Yan. Sung Sung-woo not going to get anything done. Tree of Life already picked up, which means Temple is cleared when it comes to objectives. Good to go.
I was gonna say, sorry. I was gonna say my stalls are out, so if she does need to pull her teammates back, she very well can. Wah. Wah.
What did we go for? Oh, it's actually going to be the Crimson Bow start for GRAM. Not even waiting for the radar. Okay.
For the vigor and attack speed, trying to just get as much damage as she can out as fast as she can.
So, I have seen some interesting strats nowadays with backline ADCs going for Light Pendants instead of radar because they want the additional movement speed from a lot of sources, but I'm not really sure.
It looks like there's potentially going to be a really big fight down in Fire Station in place. We got 4 teams fighting the area.
Jungle already becoming a massive mess. GBR and Camper on duty taken down. UA trying to run away. But with the demo, should be possible. Rustfeld trying to chase that down, not gonna find it. Fight inside of Police Station, actually, not Fire Station this time around. Galazor trying to push in towards GRAM. Should be able to find it eventually, because we do have Priya chasing something down. Oh!
Just barely.
Oh, yeah, they want the battle zone instead. That's actually pretty smart. I like that.
Oh, we see Priya in Heaven's Door first, just for the extra burst.
I like it. I like it. Heaven's Door is fun. It's just really fun to watch all these new items. Well, not new items, but the new item passes. What is it called?
Yes.
Cataclysm. Fight's going to begin. Striker trying to go in, not really going to find anything with the slice step knockdown crash. Nine sitting in the back. It's going to be a double ultimate, but nothing really found as he's going to get taken down before anything actually happens. Galazor sitting up in the front. Striker trying again, not going to be able to find the Dezu with the flanger. Just going to play everybody on the side of better Galazor win. They will get taken down. Chibi Arc, one of the few members alive on Crayon Survivors. Crayon Munchers, I apologize. Still going.
So unfortunate. Dia trying to revive Helsvig in the bush, but Tina just knew and was able to find them and prevent it and knock down the Marcus while they're going at it.
Good stuff.
So unfortunate.
Yeah, considering it's game number 1, I think, and I should say also, by the way, the first North American scrims for the season, especially, as you mentioned, we don't have that much time to go until the qualifiers, I think. For now, it's actually not bad. They're all just kind of figuring out what exactly their plans are with the character rosters. It's really early on in the season for people to, I think, have a solid idea of what they want to play.
I mean, we did see some really big changes with some characters, such as Barbara. Barbara's a completely whole new character.
Oh yeah. Actually surprises me how much damage she does every now and then. I don't expect it, but then she just kind of sits there and the turrets are hitting you from so far away. I don't know what's going on sometimes when I fight Barbara. She just kills me.
She's very anti-dive if you dive on her and don't have any vision of your turrets. She's just able to do 100 to 0 so fast.
Yeah, it's kind of ludicrous, but it is what it is, I think. Right now in Season 5, it's still really early on into the season, and if I remember correctly, preseason this time around was only 1 week, which means the game is still very volatile. I think there's a lot of changes that could theoretically be made, especially with fights like this happening. JK, oh, okay, bye.
Instantly blown up.
It's a Knight 2 death, though. It's not going to be a minus 250 just yet. We won't see that until potentially in this fight, as, oh, the Peacemaker actually comes in. It's going to keep Dezu the Kiddo alive for a little bit longer. It's not going to be enough, as there goes 2 members down for Dezu the Trio. It was a nice combo attempt from the Peacemaker and the Echoes of the Earth, but I think the timing was just slightly off. The heart died right before everybody started dancing.
It was so close. Echoes of the Earth was doing so much damage in that little bit of time, just able to kill 2 of them, I believe.
Damage coming in on the south side. Nine stuck in the middle of everything, although this is not really good. Third party coming in. Celine about to get caught out. There's no blast wave anymore. Down goes the Celine. Pressfell doing the exact same thing, trying to run away. Striker's going to try to come back in. Gets tagged up by a little bit of the foothold trap. Will actually end up getting taken down. Damage coming in from Cat GPT. It looked pretty good. Fuchu going a little bit too far. Nine trying to turn things around. There's the ultimate coming in from the... Oh my god, the Kennedy's actually still alive on this. Galazor not helping. Galazor, where are the shields, man? I think 9 actually have that.
I mean, they did nerf the shields last patch.
Ah, yeah, I know, but I think they had it. I don't know. That's unfortunate.
So we do see a fight happening up in Cemetery. Walmart's just able to sustain his team so well to let Deuce and Jingnut just stay in the enemy's face for as long as they did and be able to basically run them out. Kiddo was the only one standing, and it looks like it looks like they don't have any money to even revive at the moment, so they're probably just gonna have to sit solo for a while.
Now it's gonna be a little bit devastating, but it is nice to see that Jignut is already adjusting to his Alonzo role pretty well, right? We had who is it? It was Locke last season in Team Lumi Haters now, I suppose. It was Walmart's shoppers before, Windows shoppers before, but now they have Jignut playing in for the Alonzo instead. We do have our first team also falling down. Is CatGPT gonna fall down inside of Uptown, indeed. The fight starting to change. Everybody is playing as aggressive as usual. Ooh, the Bianca. Ooh, getting targeted down before anything else. Reign of the Vampire still goes through. William trying to pump down the damage one after another. GPR trying to get away, but remember that is a Tom fight, hun. You gotta play a little bit safe when it comes down to it. 1v1 of Diane Destroyer versus Heng Seng Woo. This is the good old pool party down there. Alright, there we go. Diane's gonna get taken down. Good stuff. Another fight as, wow, okay, bottom side is just an absolute fiesta. Striker to be able to take down Deus. Jignut trying to chase down Striker as best as he can, trying to get the kills, but this Laura is actually doing quite a lot of damage. 9 still sitting around. Galazor was taken down, but in the end it's a 1-for-1 trade still. The advantage going over to Team better Galazor win, as they are going to get the res. Minus 250 towards Lumi Haters.
At least it's only minus 250. It could have been much worse in the grand scheme of things. Oh, I just looked at the items. Walmart is full of items. Already has Dragon's Fury Blood Cloak and the Deadly Right. Ooh, we do see another fight happening bottom side with Striker still trying to run down Jignut.
kill Deus again. Slice them, not really gonna find anything. Striker still seeming to push in, but doesn't want to push in too far because the third-party possibility was there. Really nice decision coming in from Striker. He saw something that he didn't like and he immediately backed away. Jignut's gonna pay the price for it. Nicely done from Striker to back away from that one. Really, really good map. Map sense, I would have to say. It's gonna be a free kill going for Mamba out.
That's a minus, another minus 250. That's minus 500 in such a short amount of time.
It's tragic. To have there's the trio. We did bring one of them back. Still trying to get the credits back up to bring back the Lennox. They're sitting around 140 away from either one of the two, trying to get the res. There's a team inside of Hotel right now. Of course, for team number 5, they actually don't have any idea that there is a duo inside of this zone. They're not gonna really try to aggress for it at the moment.
This is a really scary position to be for them because you see the team down at Beach. We've got quite a few in school at this point, 3. And then we also see archery range who might want to come down. It's like any fight that they potentially take will be very risky, on top of them being very closed off. So if they do take anything, their escapes are very limited.
Yeah, the map orientation is just not really good for anybody trying to run away here either. But for now, we do have all of our members back up, save for the trio, still down on 1 member. They are getting close, I think about somewhere maybe 80 credits away from resing the last member back. Here we go, another fight inside of archery range. Once the Arena, the Vampire King comes down, Chibi Arc about to get taken down. No! We'll actually take down Sungsung instead. Resbel trying to keep himself alive for a little bit longer. Oh, Signature Fireball actually goes down. Diane Destroyer getting ran around the entire archery range. Nicely done there from the William. It's a 1-for-2 win. 4-team run it down. It's gonna be the William to completely turn that fight around. Nicely done there. Sung Sung Woo gets brought back. Crayon Munchers down to 1.
Bianca being able to hold down so much area is so good for them. Just it isolates so many of the enemy's team members, which lets William focus them down and not be able to get back on. Because if they do try to get back on, not only do they get hit by the Reign of the Vampire Queen, but Bianca can also stun and do a bunch of burst damage herself.
Pretty good. Wick Line is going to spawn inside of school as well. We're going to see actually team number 4 sitting on top of it at the moment. Better Galazor win with the fake Galazor on their team. A couple other people hanging around. Wick Line sitting at around 900. The kill credit going to go over to the Kenneth. So for now, Better Galazor win seems to have the slight advantage. Wick Line not really picked up. Blood Sample still inside of that objective. It's going to be actually Team G-Ram Ranch 2 to pick that one up. Sly step out. Galazor should also be able to get himself away, although that's a fake one, so you know, I say Galazor. Take that with a grain of salt.
I'm getting too excited. Let me slow down for
We did see G-Ram miss the ultimate, because I wonder if they could have turned the tides a little bit better if they did manage to hit it. Oh, that's the place for G-Ram to be. G-Ram walks a little too far up, and NA Cash is just able to catch ult and do a double knock up on the ult. G-Ram just kiting God, being able to auto 9 to dash. Death.
Still get things done. Striker gets taken down to G-Ram. Shouldn't really be in any danger at this point. Yeah, the Korea not going to be able to chase that down. 9 with some really nice coverage over onto G-Ram, actually pushing him away from the fight. But then JK also holding his ground. The Barbara doing really good, locking down a certain area. Doesn't allow Striker and the fake Galazor to start pushing in. Really nicely done there from JK to buy G-Ram some time to get away, and this is actually going to enable everybody else to chase the Priya down. Down he goes. Fight inside a factory. Walmart Pajamas body taken down. Down goes that. Jignut trying to get himself away, but straight into a third-party area. Nice back away from Diane as well, not really putting himself in any danger. I'm liking it so far. Really nice decision-making coming in from all of our teams. That's cool.
I wholeheartedly agree, because we do see another fight happening down at Factory. We do see the combo of JK and Delinko being able to burst down Chibi Art super fast. We do see Daya get away, but it's not going too well. Solo day 5.
Yep. Crayon Munchers.
No Lumi either.
Yeah, where is Lumi actually? Oh, there it is.
In Factory, yeah.
Yeah, down it goes.
Just missed it. Oh, we do see Jimmer and Rand choosing one of the portable kiosks to look like they ordered blood for the Rio.
Double blood samples, actually. They got 2 of them just now. One of them is going to be for the Barbara from the looks of it. There's the High Noon coming in. He hasn't swapped it out yet. You gonna swap it out, dude? Ah, there you go. Hey!
There you go.
And we should have G-Ram sitting on... Ooh, actually it's gonna be Blood Crown.
Oh,
Okay.
that's such an unfortunate TP. We do see the trio TP right into Run It Down. It looks like they noticed and started putting out all of their scoping abilities. Now it appears they're just sitting in the room, waiting for the vision to die.
Yeah, at this point, all they know is that there is another team here that has camera control. So we'll see what ends up happening there. Potential fight inside of Hospital. Good poke coming in from G-Ram. Let's see. The Lingo, ooh, actually ends up missing the taunt. G-Ram gets caught out by everything! Oh my god! Nice catch from Hachimi. This should pretty much signify the end of the fight unless JK is able to turn things around. The turret's still doing quite a lot. The taunt is actually going to do quite a lot of work too. 4-stack not really going to go in. Hachimi breaking down that turret. JK still trying to put in a little bit of damage as much as he can, giving a little bit more support to his team. Delinko about to get taken down. Hachimi sitting in the back. JK sitting in the back, or is he sitting in the back? Nah, he is going to go sit in the depths of the ground. Nice fight, and Hachimi pretty much takes care of the initial start of the fight with the catch onto G-Ram. Nicely done.
That was such a good fight because we saw them go exclusively for G-Ram, which I think is a really good play to make, especially because G-Ram is a bunch of their damage. And it worked out for them because Hachimi was able to get the pushback into the wall. And we do see another fight happening up in Police Station.
The Vampire Queen coming in. Kira, oh, looking for an opportunity onto the Priya, not going to find it. William trying to get something done. The stun doesn't come through either. William will, no, not get taken down. Oh, the auto attack didn't go through. Does the Kato also take it down too? This is bad. I think that's going to be the Lennox taken down as well. How the heck did the William not get taken out? I am not sure. It is a 1 for 3 in favor of Run It Down. Looking for their 14th now, and Mamba out, looking for their 10th.
I was gonna say, with that team, even with the Bianca missing the out, was able to isolate Priya, and it allowed Sang Sang to actually jump on her and basically 100 to 0 her in the span of half a second. And once that was done, they were able to turn the tides super fast and let them win.
Actually kind of wondering what ended up happening to the Heart in that one, because he had to jump onto the William. I thought the auto attack would have been there to kill him at the end, but he either missed the auto attack, hit a camera that I couldn't see, or something else happened, because he stayed alive a lot longer than I thought he would have. Does end up getting the last auto attack targeted straight onto the Heart, does end up taking her down, and of course the Lennox afterwards following through, but then the fight's already over because Heart's dead.
Yeah, once Heart's dead, they don't really have as much damage as they would like. As much damage as Lennox does. It's just not enough.
Choke points being held now by the Celine. This is not exactly the greatest of spots for people to start pushing in. Sang Sang-woo thinking about just jumping in. He's going to try for a nice juke away from Hachimi, but Hachimi also doing the exact same thing. Sang Sang-woo's losing out on the 1v1. He's actually going to be forced to use the pressure washer. Hachimi trying to push things in. Reign of the Vampire Queen comes down, actually locking down Hachimi even further in the fight. Completely split apart in two. Hachimi is the one that loses the fight. He just barely ends up losing out on the healing fight. Down goes the Aleda, and a Wuchong man, he's going to try to push on in. The Celine is the last one alive. Nice 4-stack, but in the end, it's the Executioner bonus that's going to keep him alive. And the Celine, you can try all you want, but you're never going to be able to kill this Luke. Potentially somebody else, assuming they mess up. They're not even going to be given the opportunity. 14 kills for Run It Down. Mamba out, not being able to find a single one. Nicely done there from Sang Sang-woo to keep himself alive.
They played that so well. They were able to take advantage of the terrain. Reign of the Vampire Queen doing so much burst damage to Hachimi, who was running it down on Sang Sang. But then, because of that burst damage, Sang Sang was able to just heal infinitely and be able to turn the tides completely on the head. On their head and be able to pull it through, because once Hachimi was down, there was really nothing they could do to finish the fight.
Exactly.
No peel at all for the Bianco or Sing Sing.
All right.
Celine tried. Hit a really
Yeah.
nice 4-stack, but
I think this is pretty much the build to go on now on Season 5 as well. I saw these exact transitions on some pretty popular builds up on recommended, so that's good to go. Yeah, just a little bit unfortunate, exactly as you said, Hachimi looking for an opportunity. He actually managed to outdo Sing Sing on a lot of damage in the early fights and a lot of skills he was able to dodge out on. But in the end, Luke just out-healed a tad bit more than the Yan. That is absolutely brutal. But, Aya, now that we are on Season
Yes.
5, we got stats. Who do you think did the most damage?
I already looked.
Oh,
cheating.
you're cheating?
I cheated. I didn't know you were gonna look.
I can't believe it. All right, let's see who it is. It is... Okay, North America is doomed. It's JK.
I mean, those turrets do so much damage. What can I say?
Yeah.
They surprisingly do so much damage. They just kind of sit there and then, ooh, down goes the health bar. Nothing really you could do except to walk away, but even then, sometimes it's just not enough.
Yeah. It is
Looks
quite
with
good.
So I was gonna say, with the turret, it's also reducing the W cooldown. That also adds a whole other aspect of burst to it.
Yep. Damage dealt to wild animal wise. NA Man. I'm gonna you could just call him NA. I'm gonna call him by his full name because I can read it, but you can just call him NA. There, that's fine. 95,000 damage to wild animals. I think I might do this whenever I'm looking through scores and stuff while we're waiting for it. Just look through stats. Just kind of highlight them as we go. Any interesting numbers, I'll kind of mention it as we go. I mean, of course, these bottom stats, not exactly the super coolest stats in the world, but it's nice to highlight them every now and then until we start getting them in the CSV files.
I was gonna say, I forgot. Never mind. Wait, how do you say his name?
NA Man.
Boomchongman.
Yeah, it's water gun man, pretty much, but
Water gun.
there's a Korean player that goes by Man. that's why it is.
And they Boomchongman. I see.
Yep.
Pardon my pronunciation.
It's all good. I mean, it's Korean. 62 vision contribution, by the way, for Sing Sing, but he's playing Luke, so it's a little bit of a cheating moment.
We do have the stats.
What do you mean, the scores or the stats?
Yes, the scores.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what do you mean by stats?
The other stats.
All right, let me.
Oh, are you gonna leak the code? Whoa.
No. I'm not leaking code this time around. All right, let me bring it back.
Not this time.
All right, let's bring this over there. Properties, swap it straight over onto, not Discord, over there. There we go. That's not the right one either. Okay, where's the tab? There you go.
Oh.
There's the
Sorry, I'm so
scores.
tongue-tied, by the way.
It's all good. It's all good. I mean, it's the
Too
first.
many words.
Yeah, it's the first scrim of the season. It's okay. We're gonna be tongue-tied pretty much the whole time anyways. There's the score sheets. I'm not reading it out because I'm lazy.
We're
How
already
about it?
in the lobby again.
Yep, that's why I'm not reading it out. Yay, we're gonna go back. Woo!
Ooh. All we need to know is run it down is first with 7-point lead.
Nah, we don't need to tell them. They can read.
Lumi haters has changed up their comp a bit.
Oh yeah. They're actually letting Jigna play something else other than being defaulted onto the Alonzo role. What the heck?
Holy. And then better Galazor win 9-9 on the Hanwoo.
They're doing it. But it's not Tomfo. Wait a second. This is really not. Oh, there it is. There it is. We're gonna see, I guess, 2 Tomfo Hyuns in this game then. We got Chibi Arc as well, 9-9, following suit with that. Galazor, or I guess in this case, I think that's Wokes. Gonna be on the Tanzia for this one. Cool stuff. See how that composition ends up working out. Everybody else seems to be pretty similar though.
It looks like, I don't remember if Mamba Out had the Elena.
Mamba out.
Boy, my team's trying to 3-stack and rank him. I got the call and got so confused. My bad.
Alright, let's see. What is on Lumi? I can't even ping it! It's Jover!
It's Jover.
Oh!
And when
I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying. Look, I'm
Man.
hovering it.
Lumia Island's hyperloop will soon
I
Nimble,
wish there
you're
was a way
on.
to see.
prepare to
Let us see Lumi.
Yeah, we can't even check it from tab or anything of the sort, too. So we just kind of have to wait to see if somebody calls something out of
then
Lumi.
resume our
That's
usual
tragic.
movement. Let there be glory
So I got
for
another
cause who
crunch
reach the
wrap.
end of
So
despair.
I've got a lot going on. If anyone in chat wants some.
I want one. What are you laughing for? You asked earlier before we started if you
That's true. That's true.
if you
There's
wanted
so
some, and I
much.
said
There's
yes.
so much. I only got 2 things, and I'm left with like 6.
Unbelievable. I'm getting scammed. Alright, game number 2. A couple team has pretty much changed up their entire roster, but outside of that, no real changes for everybody else. It's pretty much consistent. Although I don't remember if it was Lennox. Oh, it was. I remember the fight up in police station.
Yes.
They lasted with the
Good
Lennox.
job.
Wow, my brain cells are actually working.
Sorry. I was kind of noticing as I was looking at the map as we started, it seems like a lot of people are starting cemetery, factory, chapel, and then everyone else is in like school, archery range, gas station,
Is that
or warehouse.
center
Like,
map?
what?
It's like the center strip of the map that people are starting out on a lot nowadays.
Unfortunately. Oh, R.I.P. Striker.
Oh,
Striker
Hachimi even blinked
gets
for that
out?
too.
Striker gets out. How broken is Elena? Wilmer, not so much.
Yeah. Bernice is going to do quite a lot, especially up against Theo, who also doesn't have his full items. We do have Bernice sitting on full items. I think I might need somebody to fix me on this, but I think this is a 2-zoner build where you now go welding helmets with the Bernice. I've seen this build being popularized a little bit here and there. The early game stats coming out from welding helmet is extremely solid, especially for someone like Bernice. Is he also, now that I think about it, yes, he is running the electric shift, the new interaction between the buckshots and electric shift, making it so I think the first shots after electric shift is condensed into like a thinner line so you can hit all of your buckshots. So insane. It's so insane.
I was gonna say, because he's also still got 75% crit, so he's able to get those double shots off almost every time.
Luke running away from a Tom Fehan. Okay, noted. Oh, might have ran out of his luck though. No! He did.
I don't know what happened to run it down. Look away for 1 second, and all that's left is William.
Well, that's what'll happen, but it's an absolute fiesta inside of
Oh.
school. Everybody's trying to look for the mutant chicken. Striker's about to get taken down in just a moment. 9-9, wait a second. If 9-9 dies here, it's actually really bad. Futchu trying to chase this down, but 9-9's going to be able to get away with it. Nice blink angle. We'll be able to get into the fog vision. Not let the IRM catch up. Good stuff.
Aram just has so much mobility. It's not fair.
You say that, but then there are some other characters in the game with some very, very questionable amount of mobility. I don't know what certain characters I could be talking about, you know, but I know there's some in the game.
Kazuya, a dash and a shield.
I was thinking more like, you know, I was trying to self-deprecate myself. Oh, that's a lot of damage coming in from JK. There's the totem being invested, but it's going to be for naught. Down goes the Tazia. That is a fantastic laser coming in from JK. Jesus Christ.
That's what I mean. He just has so much surprising burst with the turrets and W. Just, ooh. Oh, that's so unfortunate, because we do see Striker trying to run, but runs into another team and gets punished for it. Stable to knock down 9-9 right then and there.
Another fight in Chapel, though. Delinko taken down to half. JK's also taken down to 0, actually. Down he goes. Can be a Cemetery Tree of Life picked up now by Team Lumi Haters from the looks of it. It was GRAM Ranch 2 also looking for that angle, but ends up missing out on the kills.
Oh, school is a fiesta and a half.
Oh, yeah, it is. Is it a meter right over here? Yes, it is. Who's gonna have control of this? For now, it's gonna be run it down. William is gonna be the one to hold on to it, at least for the time being. But with the Celine, has to be a little bit careful about pushing into a circular corridor like this. There's a 2-stack landing. Jimmy trying to lock it down. I think that should be half picked up now by Mamba out. They're going to look for it. It's a little bit of a Mexican standoff between these teams. Oh, not going to be able to finish it. Halfway actually wasn't there for Jimmy. He's going to try to finish the rest. Futchu trying to get a little bit more damage down. Be careful from the bottom side. There's another team. It's an absolute fiesta coming in. There's Futchu. He's trying to get himself away. Hachimi doing the exact same thing. How the heck is nobody dead right now?
Jimmy actually managed to grab the meteorite.
How did no one die? What?
Jimmy was taking so much damage. I'm so surprised they just kind of let them get away with it.
Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy. Also, I am having some massive frame drops on stream. My bad, boys. My bad.
Videos.
Twitch is doing Twitch things. It's okay. I'm on Ethernet right now, so it's all good. It's not my Wi-Fi or anything that's an issue. I am on Ethernet. I occasionally just go and plug my Ethernet cable, no matter how annoying it may be for my family.
Nana is able to get such a good knockback into the wall, Sing Sing taken down to 0. And then Kira is able to get such a nice square into the Vampire Queen, able to turn it around and knock down Striker. Now it looks like NA is able to run down the Gauser with all the mobility and baseballs on him. Since we were talking about crazy mobility,
It's alright. Nine still alive, but I will say, I think Wuchungman, his William, is actually popping off pretty well today. So that's really good. And then everybody else has also been doing really good. I mean, I don't even need to talk about Sing Sing, right? Luke is just Luke. And then Kira's Bianca has been a classic for that player. It's just kind of everything melding into one, which is really nice and nifty. Another fight of a tempo though. Let's see what's going on over here. Small face box, taken down to about half, but the fight's now split in 2. There's the Camillo trying to deal damage over onto the heart, pulled back by the exclusive, taken a little bit further away from the heart. Walmart Pajamas is already taken down. Dezu just kiting everybody. Down goes the members of Lumi Haters. Another fight inside of Forest. What about this one?
Kira's being able to get such a big Reign of the Vampire Queen, able to stun Sinks, able to stun. Well, it's over.
Fight's over! Yay! Alright, there's another one up in Temple though. How about you try this one? There you go.
Oh, pardon.
Oh!
You see
What
Lennox. Sorry. Sorry. We see Lennox trying to isolate the entire enemy team. We do see Priya getting out their ult, being able to dance UA and the Bernice, I believe. Heart's ult coming out, trying to deny time, and the Heart burst on top of Heart autos, just being able to do so much damage once they were isolated with the fillet.
You're good. Take your time. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. See, this is why scrims exist for you to practice. Exactly.
Yes.
But
I look away for 1 second and
dropping the bomb, eh? This is my channel. Can't believe you would do this in my Christian Minecraft Discord stream.
We do see NA just able to use his ult and dash away, basically getting himself out of any sort of combat that could have been happening up in hospital.
Got the breaths, you did it. It's alright. Again, this is one of the reasons why I always let people, cast for scrims. It's a good way to kind of practice how long you can go for.
Yes.
Something that, it takes a long time to get used to, so it's all good. It's exactly.
I just have the issue of struggling with names on top of when there's a lot going on. I tend to have a hard time being able to follow and just say it really fast.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's one of the reasons why I think play-by-play is very, very difficult. But here we go, another fight inside a stream as soon as day 3 begins. Fight's gonna be over the Tree of Life. There's a nice pullback in from Nezumi Adoto. So we take it down to very, very low HP. He's going to be pushed away from the fight. Hachimi 2 sitting up in the front is not going to be able to take the damage coming through from the heart. Echoes of the Earth do disengage. That's a Tree of Life secured now for Team Dezu the Trio.
I was about to say, that was a really good flate and shield by the Priya. 'Cause it seemed like they really tried to burst him down, but that shield saved them from so much damage and let them heal up from whatever burst was happening and isolate.
Now being built, Camper on duty is going to instantly get blown up. I think the health bars are looking very favorable now for better Galazor win. Cat GPT going to have to abandon the Dema sitting out in the middle of nowhere. Going to try to get herself away. It does seem like she might be able to, but running away from Atazi is extremely, extremely difficult. Her SP slowly running out, but it's not going to matter. Down goes the Dema. A bunch of red numbers as GRAM Ranch fully wiped. They're actually dead.
Oh, great. Because I'm over here looking at Fuichu trying to run away from a third party.
Should be
There's
able to.
4 teams. 4 teams all the way up in a police station.
Fuchu on RM should be able to get themselves away, but that is the -500, the unfortunate curse at the beginning of the game. Mamba out, somehow just immediately loses 2 member. Hachibi's the last one alive on their team, I should say Hachibi too, but they get tagged by the corner check on the push. Oh, I have no idea how that landed.
9 shoulder check into the ultimate, just 100 to 0 in the blink of an eye.
Goodness gracious, how did that actually end up hitting the Elena? I have no idea. That corner check was actually insane.
I learned that the light posts count as walls. So it could have been a unfortunate light post.
It's true. Hold on, let me change some stuff about my output. Let's reduce this down to about 14 to see if that helps. Okay. We'll try this for a little bit and then see if it works. Oh my goodness, I think Wuchungman just gets absolutely obliterated while I was looking at OBS. I think I caught it at the very edge of the camera.
Yeah. Tazia Wall's stun into ultimate. Able to do so much damage.
Oh my god, 9-9! His decision making is so on point today. Goodness gracious. Hopefully all of you saw that one. Jesus.
And that's why he's one of the top players in NA.
Exactly. Good stuff. I was wondering when he was going to bring out the Tomfei gun, but it does seem to be now. There's the Kato sitting in the corner, not really going to look to try anything in the same area. What happened?
Galzer being able to put out the wall and stun the Mai and Camilla from being able to jump in. You do see Walmer is just immediately bringing out the ultimate, being able to stun, do so much damage and healing, but unfortunately it's just not enough as they're all really low by the end. As Jingna get out, it's looking highly unlikely against this Tazia, or they're just gonna let them back out.
I don't know how, but 9 ended up dying, so that's actually really bad right now. Jigna's trying to turn things around. Small fake spots is going to be able to back away. Jigna's actually trying to heal throughout this fight. Galazor chasing this down to the best of his abilities. 9 ends up coming back thanks to the call in. It's still day number 3. Jigna needs to try staying alive. This Camilo actually life-stealing the best as he can. Does end up getting out, so it's a -250 for one team, -250 for the other. Actually an even exchange when it comes out to it at the end.
My eyeballs have been blessed.
Why? What happened?
No, just watching the Camilo be dashing in and out of the walls to be able to only be hit by one person, and then lifesteal the heck out of that one person just to stay alive.
For 9-9, he's actually waiting for an opportunity, trying to find somebody to go in on. Oh, ends up missing the first attack onto the mine. Nice exclusive to get out of that. But now the fight's kind of split. The members of Better Galazor win completely split apart right now. We get a totem coming down to lock people in, and 9-9 just obliterates Walmart Pajamas. Jignut trying to do the 1v3 at the moment with this Camilo. He does have the force field, but I think he just has to get himself away. Freeze just about to be there. He is going to get frozen. Nice ready to get himself on now, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Down he goes. 9-9. Holy.
I really thought it was going to be a Walmart's game there, but then 9 just able to get in there and just 100 to 0 them once again.
Yeah, I mean, there's the reason why Nine likes this character, right? He's just so good at looking for specific opportunities, and as soon as he finds it, no hesitation, just immediately sends it.
Ooh, it looks like Smellface Box was looking for the revive, but saw the or heard another team there, and it's looking like they're gonna try to run all the way to school.
Where do you go
Or,
for the res?
mm,
The only problem now is that even on the south side of the map in Chapel, there is calls going on. I don't remember if the fog, the information being removed, is already there. They're really going to try sending it into school.
is.
Oh, it opens up. That's why. I completely forgot about that. Alright, really big play coming in from Small Face Box. But Wick Lion spawning now inside of Fire Station. We're going to see two teams jumping on for it. Camera will alert the members of Team Desert the Trio that there is somebody hanging around here. Nine just pushing things in. Klein jumping on over towards Team Better Gallons will win. Is Nine going to invest a Haymaker to try pushing it in? Yes, he will. There is the Wick Line being secured. Blood sample has been picked up by Striker, and it is a clean getaway. Again, I don't know how that hit because it was the very, very tip of the edge of Haymaker. I didn't think that the hitbox was actually going to make it, but it did.
So we do see Walmer being able to bring out the ult, is able to actually finish Bianca, but the ult does go off, and is able to still do a bunch of damage. It does look like all the healing that Walmer is able to do is letting Jingnut just face take everything and allows them to terminate.
Yeah, what a clean fight. Healing from Walmart Pajamas, and then I think the exclusive actually missed pulling Jignut away from the Reign of the Vampire Queen, but it was enough to keep them alive from Sing Sing, just long enough to pretty much reset Sing Sing's capabilities of knocking down Jignut on top of the Solar System miniature. He has so much health, he has so much recovery, but his damage is actually really nice too, because he's sitting on triple crit items at the moment. Of course, the Bucephalus not really upgraded. He has the Ghillie suit. And actually, I forgot Starsteel does not have crit on it, but he does have really nice damage with a mix of really nice sustain. It's just so good.
I was about to say, with the Commander's helmet, he's actually able to apply it to himself.
Yep.
So not only does it give him a bunch of tanky stats with all the HP and defense, he is able to then heal every 5 seconds on his auto attacks because of it. Just adding to a sustain.
Fight starting inside a spawn. It seems like Peacemaker's gonna be forced out. Galazor sitting inside immediately just obliterates the Korea, obliterates the heart, Desert the Adult to the last one alive. We've seen this before. Down goes the Lennox. It's not even a close fight. The Tazia doing a lot of work.
Like in Tazia, being able to just burst someone down with, what is it called? Spada?
Yeah, the swords, right?
Yeah, with the glass sword, just being able to burst down so much and knocking them back out slightly out of position. It's doing so much damage. Even with the first out Peacemaker, it just was not enough. I think it was the knockback on the sword. Oh.
There's a clean wipe. Chibi Arc with a perfectly timed quick spin was actually able to deny a lot of damage coming in from Lumi haters. So despite being a team that actually had some really nice fights throughout the entire course of the game, they will fall inside a chapel. And we are down to 2 Tomfa Huns. What the
We
heck?
shall see. One team definitely has more poke potential with the Tazia.
Oh yeah.
So we really need to see Hachimi be able to jump on Tazia and hopefully finish them off to quickly get it more in their favor.
My question though is with the 2 Tomfa Huns, right? I think Chibi Arc has really easy access to jump on whoever he wants, because on Better Gallows or Win, even if you go for the Elena, it's actually really good because it takes away the entire extended fight duration of Better Gallows or Win. Yes, you do have the Tazia, but I think getting rid of the Elena at the beginning of the fight is gonna kind of put away a lot of pressure that your other 2 front lines are going to be able to take. But on the side of Nine, yeah, who the heck do you go for? Oh, not like that! Not like that! Chibi Arc going a little bit too far. Paradiso is too good. What was that? I just talked good about them. I caster cursed it. Not like this. Diane trying to do whatever he can, but it's just not gonna work. Chibi Arc, you looked for it, and it just didn't happen.
No, Chibi Arc missing. Cue the montage. Sorry.
Oh my. Absolutely tragic. Absolutely
Slideshows.
tragic.
Is it still? Oh,
Is it still? Oh, you know. Well, okay. If you guys heard things going on, then cool. My
it's part of
ISP.
casting.
Yeah, my ISP is.
Pretend we're on like a 1950s radio. And
Yes! Yes, it's a podcast. That's exactly what this is.
yes, and everyone's sitting in the living room waiting for their sports show to come on.
What is actually going on? Let me see. I don't think turning off the Wi-Fi on my phone's really gonna do anything, but we'll give it a
It's like
shot.
ballistic. Oh, I sneak peeked at the damage. Whoopsie.
What the?
Cause like I could share my screen to you, and you could share that.
I mean, I don't think it's really gonna make a difference. It's just my ISP's being stupid tonight. That's just what it is.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. And I'm on my Ethernet too, as I mentioned earlier, so it's not a whole Wi-Fi unstable shenanigans. It's not the case, but sorry. Here we go. Graph for the damage charts. We did have Striker, Nine and Fake Galazor winning game number 1, but I guess so far he just is the better Galazor at this point. Graph-wise, it is the Tazia that did the most amount of damage. Absolutely makes sense. We saw a lot of damage coming out. Paradisos were actually, I think, not that great until that last fight, but it's the Spadas, exactly as you were talking about, doing a lot more, I think, throughout the course of the game than anything else. Nine also finding some really good things. 23k for a character that wants to one-shot is actually quite a lot throughout the course of the game.
They're fighting. They're fighting in lobby 1.
Are they actually? What's going on?
No, it's just Nine saying.
Oh, Nine pinged Chibi Arc and said, "Bro, you can't be
Oh.
serious."
Not missing the shoulder check.
That's devastating. Alright, well,
Oh
here we go.
wow. We already see some big changes in the ranking.
Yeah, we actually do. There's a score sheet up on the screen, so if you want to talk about it, then be my guest.
Okay. So we see in first a better Galazor win at 2017 kills and 35 points. In second, how do you Crane
Crayon
munchers?
munchers. They're the
Crane
Marine Corps.
munchers with 20. Great. 21 T kills with 28 points. Run It Down, 17 team kills, 27 points. Fourth, Lumihators with 11 team kills and 16 points. Fifth, Mamba Out, 19 kills and 15 points. Sixth, Dezu, 17 kills and 14 points. Seventh, G-Ray Branch with 7 points, 10 team kills. And eighth, Cat GPG. 9 team kills and 9 points. The tops, I see a bunch of teams just 1 point off each other because we see fifth, sixth, and fourth all 1 point off of each other, just 3 points off. And then we even see second and third only 1 point off as well, so we could maybe see another really big shakeup next game. Better Galazor win with 35 points, maybe a little harder to beat, but I think it's close enough to where next game could actually bring them up to the win if they play well enough.
Probably, but it's still game number 2. The flip side could also be the truth as well, right? If they mess up in this one, then it could be the case. Although, with how kind of, I think how much initiative they had, it might be a little bit difficult for some other teams if they're going to run something similar. But at the same time, you think of something like Tomfa Hyunu, it is a little bit volatile, right? You do need to find those opportunities. Although Nine is really good at waiting for that opportunity, and Striker and Galazor, or Wogs, I guess in this case, is really good at buying him time. So we'll see what ends up happening as game 3 seems to be underway. We're about to go in. Here we go.
It's game 3, so you may see other teams picking up another character just to get them banned. So we do see 2 Mais. We could see maybe someone else pick it up, just so we don't see it again for the final game. It's not looking like it.
Doesn't seem to be the case. Although
Yeah.
Kira is considering changing over onto a Priya right now. We're seeing Wu Chongmen consider the Rio. They're thinking about it. Sing Sing thinking about the Darko. Now this character has gotten pretty interesting with the Siphon Maelstrom and also the what is it? The Monkey King bar change, making it really easy for him to stay alive throughout the course of the fight. His damage output has also increased quite a lot. A lot of changes actually in this lobby. We're even seeing an Aiden coming out from Chibi Arc. They're not trying.
Holy.
They're not trying to yawn anymore.
Nine swept.
There you go. You got it. Keep it going.
Switched over to Chiara and Gallus or Wokes went over to the cat Irem. We do see Kiddo on the Barbara as well. So we see 2 Barbaras, 2 Mai's, 2 Irems, 2 Yams. Yan?
Yam. I like Yam.
Is that his name? Yan?
Yeah, I think
Yan?
okay, Korea says Yan, but I don't like. I think Yan's better, right? Jan. We'll call him Jan. There we go.
Okay, Jan. Sure, Jan.
Sure.
Let there be glory to the pawns who reach the end of despair.
Alright, here we go. Game number 3 is going to be underway. Wow. As we mentioned, there is a ton of changes in this game compared to some of the other ones. The entire bottom right side on the flip pan. Look at that minimap. That is filthy how many people are on the bottom right
That's
side.
so sad.
Whew.
Every mage is basically running the same build now. It's so sad.
Even aside from that, I think they increased the amount of specific materials inside of zones. They also expanded the number of unique items in certain zones as well with the introduction of Season 5, and it seems to be making an extreme difference right now, because I know the bottom right side was generally pretty popular to start, even in the end of Season 4, but man, the concentration of them has definitely increased just from the looks of it.
For better or for worse. Right.
I think it's for worse. I can't find anything in Cemetery nowadays.
Oh my god, all the Janes. Yes.
How many do we have? We got 1, we got 2 as you said. No bans today, by the way, at all, so that's fun.
My accent's gonna really come out with saying his name, I'm so sorry.
What?
I accidentally called Jan Jane.
Oh. That's fine. That's fine. Hey, you know what? If you want to call him Jane, go for it. It's like the same thing as me calling Astro Trine the Doritos. I prefer it that way.
Nine just barely escapes death from the Barbara. The trio. Oh, Nine dead anyway. To see the tetrahedron come out from Jane.
Jesus, what is going on today?
Is it bad?
Yeah, somebody's saying that it's back to slideshow again. I'm gonna lower further down and see how it goes.
I'm watching on my side. Okay. Shibuya engages the really good alt end stun, is able to fully kill Nine with his enhanced autos. We do see Galazor Irem trying to burst down Jane, but is just unable to. Just all this.
What the? Nine?
Recovery.
Good call from Striker to actually let Nine take the speed game. I'm surprised he even rested there. What the heck was that?
We'll never know.
Yeah, does end up getting away with his life. He does get rewarded with a bear unless Futchu decides to walk down here. Striker should know that there is somebody around this area, but are they gonna relent? Oh! Camper on duty snipes it away with a Q on the Bernice. Here we go, the fight's moving in. Irem still sitting at around half HP. They just ended up rezzing. Camper on duty sitting down to about half of their HP. Kiara is on him. That blink is not going to do you any good. There is the last judgment coming through. Down goes the Bernice. Darko sitting up in the front lines, trying to do some damage to the other 2 members of Better Galazor win. I don't think it's going to happen unless... Oh, the combo is insane. There's the knockup coming in. Galazor trying to find some things. The Irem is going to be able to find the Darko. It's a 2 for 2. Somehow, in the end of that.
I'm gonna say Nine is running it looks to be a very bursty build with Ghost Light, actually.
Interesting,
Oh.
interesting. Jimmy now trying to push on in. Celine doing a little bit more damage. It's a 1-for-0 trade in favor of that team as of right now. They're going to back away. We got G-Ram 2. G-Ram Ranch 2, I apologize. Picking up kill onto Walmart Pajamas. Slowly moving towards the south side, so they're looking for the meteorite over the Tree of Life. This could actually prompt Lumi haters to go for the north side as soon as the satellite radar starts to pop and they see that nobody is around that area. G-Ram ends up finding Chibi Arc. This should be a bit of a contest unless Crayon Munchers don't really want to go for this, Diane. You could pull the trigger if you really want to. There's the backstep landing over onto the turret. Chibi Arc not really looking for an opportunity just yet. That turret's holding strong up in the front side. As well, jumping on over to JK. They would end up finding G-Ram because they'd end up looking away. Fantastic reactions from him. And there should be a meteorite secured now for G-Ram Ranch 2. Fantastically well done. Top side, Tree of Life being contested. Hachimi is able to lock that one down. Hachimi 2 trying to run away. Same thing. Samsung trying to push back in, but there's the intimidation tactic. Snipe down over onto the Yan. Hachimi's the one with the Tree of Life. If they knock him down, then that's a Tree of Life gone from the side of Team Mamba out. And the Mucho Man is trying to push everybody in as much as possible. And Chimi 2 trying to push on in. They might have pushed a little bit too far though. Aleda in a little bit of trouble. They don't have any gauge. Wait a second. This could be horrible. This could be really, really bad. Down goes the Aleda and down goes Mamba out.
Just pushed in a little too far. It was not worth that.
Chibi Arc gonna get taken down too. Fuchu trying to push in on towards Diane, but he's already gone way so far away. Great stuff, good stuff. So far in this game, I mean, everybody just looking for objectives. That seems to be about right. Everybody looking for fights pretty early on in the game, considering all the character change-ups. I think that's a bit surprising, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Well, that's a really unfortunate spot to be for Diane. It's just solo, and you see... Looks like you see the trio trying to run up to him. Oh, no, they just let him go out. I think they knew that he was a solo.
Yeah, what is the map looking like now? Everybody is just separated into their own quadrants.
It's really separated at the moment. The closest teams we see are in school and archery.
Especially with Mamba out gone, I think that makes it really easy for the map to be extremely expansive. We got school, cemetery, and stream also being our battle zones, meaning that everybody is really, really okay to be spread out throughout the map right now.
Everyone's buying 4 squares. I'm just looking at the chat, it's like, someone has bought a 4 score. 4 score, 4 score, 4 score.
There's a 4 score. Everybody's got a 4 score. There's a 4 score over there too. There's another 4 score. There's a 4 score. What the hell?
In the cemetery, we see 3 teams in the cemetery battle zone.
This could get hectic really fast. Jigna gets caught out, but Walmart Pajamas was building something just now. He is going to end up finishing it, but here we go. Exclusive. Actually, oh, the Duende pulls him straight back in. The third party's about to come in as well. Timer starting to pop now for the Lumi haters. This could get a little bit problematic. 3, 2, and a 1. Pop goes the Weasel. 1, 2, and a 3. The wait a second. The Plague actually getting reset by some of the members deciding to jump in onto the fight. Somehow Nina is sitting still up in the front lines, although it's going to be Striker getting taken down. There goes the Plague. The timer has ran out. IRM trying to push in. The damage just isn't there yet, or is it? Wait a second. G-Ram gets taken down. I don't think JK has any cooldowns left on his side. Oh, but the turret is able to snipe down the Irex. Nina just waiting, trying to buy a little bit of time for the Plague to come back, but 15 seconds might be a little bit too much to ask for the Kiara. The shield comes back up. His timer starting to tick down. Plague in about 5 seconds, but the laser's not going to let that happen. JK picking up the kill. GRM Ranch 2 picking themselves up another 4 score.
That was such a bad place for them to fight, especially against the new Barbara. Just able to put turrets in basically every entrance. Just nowhere to run. You're constantly getting gunned down.
This is quite an interesting way to begin our night number 2, but a battle zone is not really going to be the start of this fight. Camper on duty absolutely obliterated. Darko's going to have to run away. Jignut sitting in the corner, not allowing the hyperloops. It's going to be Yue losing a lot of timer as the bunny hat is the only thing that this Darko is wearing. Pretty brutal. another fight down on the south side too.
Oh my.
Down. What is happening in this game? Seriously. Okay, cool stuff.
Sure is.
We're all losing it. There's a lot of things happening.
They were so split up, and just 9-9 Striker were just able to run down the haze. Nothing they could do.
금지 구역이 새롭게
Day 3 is going to hit. All of our deaths starting from now on, minus 250. So for this the trio, they are safe for the time being. North side seeming to be a little bit of a possible contest. There is a purple box around here. It is a meteorite. That's what all these players are looking for. There's a full swing coming down around towards Samsung. So staying up in the front, intimidation tactic not there. It's going to be the Echoes of the Earth already invested. IRAM doing a little bit of damage, knocking up some pretty crucial members on the side of Team Run It Down. UA getting taken dangerously low too. It's going to be a fight reset from both of these teams. I think it was just a... yeah, there it is. Soul Stealer invested. Still, Camper on duty being able to lock down the meteorite. That should theoretically dissuade the rest of the fight. They're still looking for it. I don't exactly know if this is what either one of these teams are looking for. Be very careful with this.
It's not looking like it. This is going to be a really hard team for them to fight, especially into the Rio and Korea. Even though we know Echoes of the Earth is...
Alright, well, Camper on duty just gets... oh, nope, not 1v2. But Sing Sing who pushed a little bit too close to the sun. There goes the other Darko, though. Camper on duty gets the healing from the Executioner bonus, but in the end is going to get taken down. 1 for 2. Exchange in favor of Team Run It Down.
Wow. So what I was gonna say actually happened. Holy. So I was really wondering if it's gonna be a really hard team for them to fight, especially with the Rio and Echoes of the Earth, because I knew it was coming up, because it had an 8-second cooldown. So even if they tried to commit with Darko and Lichu, I feel like they would have been knocked down way too fast.
Absolutely. Another fight up on the north side of the map is Jacob trying to keep himself alive. Somehow the shields are good. Exclusive comes out. The shields are good again. Everybody's just barely staying alive. Juriam not able to lock anybody down. The Hanare not going to be there. There's the lockdown trying to deal damage over on the JK, but it's going to be the rain of arrows that finds out Jignut sitting in the corner. He couldn't react to that in time. Juriam looking for the hunt. He's looking for the kill. Smile face box. He's going to have to run through the entirety of Cemetery, eat some timer and chapel to keep themselves safe. 1 for 2 in favor of Team Juriam Ranch 2.
We see a really big fiesta happening down in Beach. We see... oh boy. Oh, do they actually just walk out?
Oh, yeah.
Is everyone... well, okay, well... that's not how I was expecting that to go.
Yeah, but they're so split away from the rest of their team. Look at Hotel right now.
So far.
Everybody just eating time to try to group back up with Chibi Arc.
Just look like Chibi Arc is in a really bad spot at the moment. Oh, Striker right below him. Oh, we see a fight potentially starting in Beach.
Samsung is looking to cook. Lasers are starting to do a little bit of damage as they come. Not broken down yet. There's the Fleeting Soul landing over on towards Nikki. Not exactly the target that you're looking for. Turret back up and online. Will get taken out. Everybody just playing it safe. There are a lot of people down on the south side right now, so starting out a fight could theoretically lead you straight into a third party, but here we go. Striker jumping in straight on towards Chibi Arc. Remember, the parry has not been used. That double stun is going to go on through. Plague starting to go out. Chibi Arc still sitting up in the front. Chibi Arc still sitting up in the front. He is not going to get taken down, but it is indeed the IREM that will get taken down. Plague ends up ending. Striker in a little bit of trouble. There's the stun coming down onto Pressfelg. Everybody just disengages. 1 for 0 in favor of Cryon Munchers. And another fight inside of Beach and Uptown. This one did end up fighting out and exploding in combat. This is the Kato. Gonna get taken down. 1 for 0, I think, in favor of Team Run It Down.
It looks like, as we were watching the other fight, they ended up catching the other team in that little corridor and it just let them wipe. Well, I guess not wipe, but be able to burst down Kato and force the other team to back off. They're eating a bunch of timer again to get into Chapel. Oh, bottom is so contested. Look at that.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on with these players. What is down here that all of these guys are just kind of hanging around this area? So a couple of teams on the north side, they're pretty much reaping the benefits of the entire map at this point. Kira potentially being forced into the red. Sing Sing sitting up in the front. Diane gonna miss out on the jump in on towards Sing Sing. There's the pullback. No, not gonna happen. Smash to Smithereens goes completely blind. Nothing really landing from here. Restbell with the pop on the Echoes of the Earth, but cannot stay alive. Can any Wuchongmen get the damage out? Not exactly sure. Diane Destroyer pushed away to the back, and one more auto should do it! And Wuchongmen's gonna be able to lock that one down. Diane getting pushed away. Sang Sing with the perfect front line, buying enough time for the Rio to get that back up and online. Galazor trying to push on in. Irem not finding the angle onto the Rio. It's just gonna be disengaged coming in from Run It Down.
It looks like they're trying to play a little more easily and kill the back line. So it looks like that's what Heroes was trying to do. And even though it didn't really go so well because they were not able to sustain themselves after getting the Echoes of the Earth off. We do see a really big fight happening down in Factory. We do smile face box, and Jungna just able to heal so much and be able to knock down the haze. We do see smile face box trying to isolate onto the Barbara, and because of how the focus, Walmer was able to just circle around, stun, and be able to finish off the fight.
Fortunately, I think Striker ended up getting completely split away from the rest of his team, so the Haze and the Barber are not exactly able to provide him with the support that he needed. Ended up getting taken down and then pushed into a corner with the Haze and the Barber. You are not getting out from that situation anymore for those two. Very unfortunate for the Trio. It's going to be a 3-for-0 in favor of Team Lumi Haters. They will lose out on the red box since there is another team coming in, and probably we're looking for some cooldowns here and there. It's not going to be that big of a loss, though. Look at the credit counts. Another fight inside of Forest.
They're rich.
Yeah, another fight of Forest, though. 9-9 taken down dangerously low. Is he going to have the chance? Ooh, actually, the shields end up coming back up. Plague still going through. Does he have the execute? No, he does not, but Chibi-Arc is already taken down. And the flip side, Irem also taken down. Restfeld now trying to chase down on the Striker. Is he going to be able to find an angle onto this? There is the counter. He does end up getting out. Striker keeps his life intact, his entire team's credit count just barely on the cusp of being able to bring everybody back to, I think. Yes, it is there.
Yes. Kind of worried about the Tiara. Ooh, I see another fight happening down in Dock. Jungna does so much damage to Kira. We're able to sustain so much, just not enough. As Sing Sing is able to isolate the mine, prevent Walmart from doing anything to support the Camillo.
It's absolutely tragic, though. Lumi is going to enable the res back onto the rest of his team, so that's really good. There's the res back onto the Maya as well. 2-for-0 in favor of Team Run It Down.
Sorry. I was bugged for a second.
What?
All I could see was the Bernice bird from his E.
Oh. Well, you mean the... Oh, where is it? Oh, I can't see it right now.
Yeah, it's gone. The effect is gone. In the center of my screen was Big Falcon.
Oh, man. Oh, they're pushed into a corner. That's so bad. Nice blink away from Camper on duty. But they don't have that much time. There's the electrostatic surge. Shibiark on the backside. Fuji only has 4 seconds left. He's got to go back in. He's got to go back in. He's trying to go back in. Back he goes. Bernice taken down. Will pop no regardless of what ends up happening. 1-for-0 in favor of Team Crayon Munchers at the moment. Cat GPT pushed away, but another fight now instead of Hospital and Pond. Everybody is just fighting. A lot of really good AoE coming down from Walmart Pajamas, locking down JK and G-Ram. This is the Wick team right now, by the way. There's a flank coming in from Fuchu as well as Darko at the moment, but that's just about it. Only a flank coming in from 2. Small face box gets taken down. Delinko's still sitting at half HP. It's pretty healthy. There's a damage coming down on the JK. One's going to get taken down. Walmart Pajama still alive. G-Ram gets taken down too. Delinko, he's got to somehow do the damage, but I don't think he has enough. If he gets pushed away, I don't think it's going to happen. Delinko, the 2v3 a clutch coming in from Walmart Pajamas and Jignut. They do end up losing their Mai, but I mean, that's a pretty good fight regardless.
So we do see another fight happening in Factory. We do see the Rio just pumping out so much damage with their autos, is able to terminate the enemy team basically solely by herself. Just the shields from late game shields from Priya is able to sustain so much and let their team get away with so much that they wouldn't be able to otherwise.
This is a little bit problematic too, because Lumi's pathing at the moment is just absolutely devastating for all of these teams, especially Lumi haters, because they're actually in prime position to pick up Lumi the moment she starts stepping in towards any open areas at the moment with how they're positioned. But Lumi is just so far away. She is not looking to come back into the zone at all right now, and with this hop over, might get a little bit finicky. They're both looking for it. Futchu getting caught out by the Spark Nade, trying to knock down that RM as fast as possible. Jignut, is he going to be able to get it? Absolutely. Darko sitting on the backside. They got to go for Lumi. They have to go for Lumi right now. This Darko trying to get something done. They got to go for the Lumi. Will end up getting the res. Warmer Pajamas still trying to push in, not letting the res onto the IRM come through. Really nice macro coming in from Team Lumi haters, and they will be able to knock down Team CatGPT. That right there is exactly what I want to see from teams trying to adjust onto everything that happened in Season 5. Pretty much, I think, hand in hand, textbook, exactly how you should handle that situation. Yeah.
That was absolutely perfect. Able to do so much damage, push them so far away from Lumi, and then once they got the secure onto it, run straight to it, secure that revive, and able to finish the fight.
Really like that Jigna was able to kind of get the heads up play on that too, right? Because if Lumi walks away, they're in really bad spot. They might get the kill onto the Darko, but was it really worth when you don't pick up the Mai? But they make the right decision. Now they're sitting at 3. Pretty good advantage right now. Jignut. Oh, Dissipation's actually going to go through, but the Duende is going to lock that down. Chibi just not even close to getting away and gets taunted out of the parry. Not even going to be able to find that one. Respelg not going to have a chance to kill Warmer Pajamas as the exclusive comes in. It's not even close of a fight. Was that Mai res absolutely worth it? 100%. The value of the Mai there was immense.
Absolutely. Smile face. The Mai being able to taunt Chibi off of Walmart was so good there. Oh. Oh, this is a really unfortunate spot for Jen to be.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do. Lumi's nowhere around. And even if Lumi was, look at the credit count on Crayon Munchers, not gonna happen. Clean 1-0.
It's looking like another run it down game.
Could potentially be. I mean, they've been grinding pretty much the entire game. 13 kills for themselves, 13 for Lumi haters. Both team looking for 16 now. Item-wise, let's see. How are they both faring? Transitions actually looks to be in favor of team, I think, Run It Down. Lumi haters missing a couple, and that's okay. Damage coming out from the Theo. Actually, Mai ends up pushing away across the wall. Not exactly sure if that's the right way to go. Poke damage coming out from Walmart Pajamas is good though, and it means Team Run It Down going to have to reconsider their angle of going back in. Nice targeting with the ballistic advantage. Going to buy even more time for Team Lumi haters to try to save themselves the entryway into the final zone.
Sasing tried to run in there with his and stun someone, but he just took too much damage and had to instead E over the wall and back off.
Soul gonna completely whiff. This makes it even tougher for Team Run It Down to find an angle back in. There's jumping from the Darko, trying to find an angle onto Jigna, but there's a trap back in. Oh, Kira sitting up in the middle of nowhere. It is so difficult for this team to get a jump on towards Walmart Pajamas, and this Camillo just refuses to die. There's the Duende coming out. Rio pumping out the damage, but it's just not looking to work. And remember, inside of the final zone, this Theo has the healing with his lasers. Oh, this could get really, really bad. The entirety of Run It Down was healing on the outside. Sang gets caught out. Oh my god, just barely staying alive, but is he really alive at this point? I don't think it's really going to happen.
No.
Small face box still sitting up in the front lines, but damage being pumped out by the Rio is actually not that bad. Mai is the first one to get taken down. The poke coming out from the Theo is still pretty good, but this wall is not really working out. Is it really going to be the Rio clutch? Oh my god, I think it is.
Holy, that was so good from the Rio taking everything she could.
What? I really thought that Lumi haters had that, but it's a 3-0 in favor of Run It Down. Absolutely crazy micro. This Rio's damage output in that final fight, probably at least 10k, I would have to say, inside a cemetery alone.
I was so worried for them in the first place because I was looking at their items and I saw no anti-heal against a Theo. It really worried me, but they were able to take whatever advantage they had and be able to turn it around and was able to kill Mai. And once Mai was down, they were able to get on the back line just like that and completely finish them.
Absolutely massive game. I mean, this is exactly the kind of Rio that you want to have in your team, right? Even if your team's in trouble, you want to constantly be pumping out the damage. And for most of that fight, I don't even think Sung Sung was able to frontline for the Rio because he was taken way too low, especially towards the end there. He was trying to rest, but then get caught out by Walmart pajamas. And even then, the Rio micro with the Daikyubo was just way too good, pushing away small face box. Somehow ended up sniping down the Mai as soon as the Shaw Veil ended as well. Such a big play.
That was really perfect coming from the Rio right there. Also, the shielding from Priya was able to save Sing Sing from so much there. As you said, he was 1 second away from death, and then that shield hit, and he was able to get a very slight reset. Just long enough to where the end, they were able to get all of their ultimates back.
Really does make me wonder, considering how long that final zone fight lasted, how much value did Sentinel get?
I wouldn't know.
Sentinel is
clearly,
so good in situations like that too, though.
It clearly did something.
Yeah, actually, we can see how much shielding Priya was able to provide. Let's see. Shield damage absorption, 15,800 for Darko as well. Jesus.
Just from Darko. 17,000 shielding just on the Camilla as well. Walmart healed 17,000 damage. Holy.
Yeah, it is effective HP galore at this point for scrims from the looks of it.
Damage numbers.
That's absolutely wild. Alright, here we go. Score sheets, I think, should be updated. If it isn't, then...
It is.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. Want to take a look at it for me real quick?
Okay. So here we see first place is now running down with 33 team kills and 51 points. In second place, we have Better Kailally Win with 33 team kills and 43 points. And third, we have Crayon Munchers with 31 kills and 42 points. And fourth, we have Lumi Haters, 24 team kills and 34 points. Fifth, Cat GPT, 16 team kills, 19 points. Sixth, Mamba, 11 team kills, 17 points. Seventh, we have G-Ram Ranch, 12 team kills, 16 points. And in eighth, we have Izu, 17 kills, and 14 points.
Alright, well, we know what happened to the prediction from last game about some of our teams stepping up or some of our teams just pulling further away from everybody else, the rest of the pack. That's exactly what happened, especially with Run It Down. I mean, look at the difference between Run It Down and Better Kailally Win. They have the same amount of team kills, but the point difference is 8. Yeah. That's a whole first place.
That's the beauty of placement. So even if you may not get as many team kills, as long as you survive.
It's consistency right there if I've ever seen one. Goodness gracious.
The points are not even that different either. Oh. So you could probably even still see an upset coming from many of the top 4, considering they're not too far off.
Oh yeah, for sure. If anything, I also think that, it's the beginning of the season, right? I think a lot of our team still has a lot of things to iron out. Of course, when it comes to the teams that are doing well already, they have a lot of characters that they're already used to that they're playing. Kira, we saw Bianca early on, but now swapping over onto the Priya, which seemed to work. Sing Sing jumping onto the Darko, which got extremely strong post Season 5 due to a number of factors, not just his kit alone, but there's been a lot of other changes, like items, what else, like augments even as well with Siphon Maelstrom if he was running that, although I think he was actually running Diamond Shard in the last game, so maybe Siphon Maelstrom wasn't the exact reason why they were able to win out on a lot of things. Still, Darko is just so good, and then of course we were talking about Burchungman sitting on the Rio. That was crazy as well.
Yeah. Oh. Because we were saying, switching to the Priya may have made a difference. I mean, clearly, they ended up taking first place and are now our first place in the entire board. Seems like they're gonna quite literally try to run it down and try to replicate what they did last game.
Oh, heck yeah. But on the flip side, better Galazor win. They're going to go with a triple dagger this time. So when somebody mentioned earlier that is better Galazor win trying to just play unique characters throughout the entire course of the night, yes, I believe that is absolutely right. We have seen unique characters coming out for every single one of our players so far tonight for that team. We're going to be rounding it out with a triple dagger comp. 9i sitting on the Lion, a classic favorite of his. Striker on Daniel is not exactly what I anticipated to see, but of course, Woke sitting on his favorite Shoichi. Not that bad of a character in Season 5 from what I heard, so we'll see how it goes.
I'm really curious about Dezu running the Nadine, Piolo, and Darko. This looks like a really big catch comp. So if they're able to catch someone with the Darko and Piolo, Nadine will just burst them down. But if they're not able to catch anyone, it's looking very high risk of reward.
Oh yeah. This is going to be a fun final game. No matter what ends up happening, I think the character roster across the board is good. Some of the history that we've had for some of the rosters running the exact characters that they are running right now has also been pretty good. It's going to be a fun one, I think.
I think this will be a really big learning moment for those going into ERCS. Experiencing this scrim with all of these characters will probably give them a really good idea as to what they want to run in the actual league.
Oh, for sure. We got how many patches left now? We got a patch next week, and then
I think that's it.
maybe one more before qualifiers end up happening. So for the most part, this game should, I think, be. I don't think it's gonna be mostly representative of what we're actually going to be seeing in ERCS. Especially, I mean, look at Team Better Galazor, right? They're experimenting with just playing whatever characters they want to.
Assassins.
Yeah, but I think it's a good way for us to kind of figure out what the mentality of some of these compositions are, right? How they want to actually execute it, and the ideas around why they're running compositions like this.
That's true.
Although I say that, and I swear this was one of the most disheartening things that I saw recently, and it's 99% my fault because I'm overthinking things, but during the SA ERCS when I was casting it at the end of Season 4, I was talking a lot about why some of these teams were running the compositions they were, but there was a guy who typed in Portuguese, Shuvi thinks that we're running comps for a reason, and they're like, nah, we're just running it because we like the characters, and it's just like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You're right.
Stella, even though she's only good in like one comp.
Ooh, Shiran getting barely out. Ooh, we'll actually be able to step away from that one too. Yeah, I overcomplicate things a lot. That's okay.
I mean, I was gonna say we're casters, but you're the caster. You've done this so many times.
You're
You
a caster
probably
too.
trying. So you've seen so many of these different comps and trials and errors and looks like we see a big fight happening down in Warehouse. Galazor able to finish off both Hachimi and this lead.
It was a 2v3 by the way as well. Galazor and Striker was a 2v3. Mamba out, went out on a 1v2 trade. So we're already seeing some good stuff coming out from this team. Pretty much to be expected with how changed Shoichi is. I think if it was end of Season 4 Shoichi, then that fight would have probably been a bit awkward. But now, it's a bit of a different story.
So you do see this fight, you do see the intimidation tactic coming out from the Darko, just not enough trying to get to the Nadine. We do see them trying to run down. Oh, really good flash coming out from Bernice, being able to get away over the wall and is able to poke down with those Qs. It does look like he's able to get away as well as Fuichu. Just a bit further into school.
Kill credit onto should come through in just a moment. There we go. Dezu's going to be able to farm so many animals right around this area, especially with the kills just now as well, sitting at only 27 actually, but the 10 anima reaper stacks is going to be upgraded over onto 18. Nadine is actually farming them out relatively well. G-Ram Ranch 2 wiped out again. It's going to be better Galazor win. Oh my goodness. And I think there might have been a third party as well. Look at the minimap.
It
Oh.
was. It was indeed a third party I was watching. 'Cause I saw the. I saw Nine in the ultimate trying to finish off 2 targets, and then Hajime came up and. Or another Yan came up and, I think it was Hajime, came up and was able to Tetrahigon and isolate and just do so much damage.
Oh gosh, I mean this game is already starting to become very difficult. These heavy late game scaling characters are getting tons of kills right now. 4 kills already for Better Galazor win. We're seeing 4 kills for Mamba Ao. We know this team has a lot of control towards the end of the game. Dezu the trio is farming up pretty well considering it's still early game. There's another fight starting now. It's going to be fought for the Tree of Life. It's already over though as Diane is going to get taken down. It's going to be running down, picking up the Tree of Life on the north side. Another fight inside of Alley. Jignuts having to run away. Meteorite knocking the Clintus around.
Yeah, it just looks like everyone's getting bursted down so fast. So all I saw in the fight up in Temple was the Rio R into Priya, and it was over. Just too much damage, fell on their face, and that was it. Had to walk away.
They aren't able to lock down this Lian. The rest of the team's actually coming in. Nine will finally get taken down. Striker considering going back in, but I don't know about this one. Gallows were thinking about it too. He's trying to turn things around. He's got the resets coming in. He's looking fancy. Can he get the kill over onto the Yan? No, they cannot. Striker will get taken down. Hachimi. Oh, you know Gallows really wants to try it, but he's not going to be able to. 4-stack, not going to land! The Celine. The combos are a little bit slow. That's devastating. I think they could have killed the Shoichi if he landed the 4-stack, but it's a big what if now.
And it looks like there's another fight happening in Fire Station. We see Walmart trying to stand in a corridor to get off those massive stuns and heals. We see Yue come in. And just because of that, they're able to do so much damage and get up onto Walmart and be able to actually finish and forces them to walk away.
And also getting taken down. We see Striker also down on the ground as well. It's going to be Mamba out sitting on 8 kills now. They are absolutely rampaging in this lobby at the moment. We don't talk about that 2-stack.
Oh.
But for now, I mean, yeah, this lobby has gotten interesting, as you and I mentioned, right? It's exactly what we wanted to see from a lobby like this. A ton of kills going around, a ton of kind of waiting around for the perfect opportunity, and somehow, you know, in a lot of cases, you don't end up finding those perfect opportunities, but teams are just able to buy each other enough time to get those, which is really big. On the north side, yeah, Yue in a little bit of trouble. Echoes of the Earth is going to buy them a ton of time. There is a possible third party coming in. Camera right there too. Good idea from CatGPT to back away from this.
They tried to stop the Rio from being able to get the box, but just was not enough. And Priya Echoes of the Earth, just being able to disengage so well, forcing them to back off on top of the possibility third party. You see the fight happening up in Fire Station.
Gosh.
That skill on the other Darko into the wall, being able to just knock them to the floor. See Darko trying to lock down Piolo. And then the Priya and Rio just able to outtrade the Nadine.
Yeah,
the
I
win.
think these are the trios. Darko sent it a little bit too early. Again, completely isolated away from the rest of his team without any support. And then he gets proceeded to get crowd control lockdown inside of that little cubby by the other Darko, which has got to be the worst feeling in the world.
Like, bad skill nonetheless.
Yep. The combo of intimidation tactics straight into bat skill is actually such a scary combo, especially if you're in tight quarters like that.
Yes. I'm just looking at the map, but it is looking like Better Galazor is going to be able to get this Lumi. Oh, it does look like they're going to end up be fighting over it.
This comp does not do good. Oh, wait, whoa. Nine ends up taking the White Lily. They're starting to push back into the fight. The ultimate's already invested from the Lian. She does have full passive stack, so it is actually lasting quite a while. Hasfeld gets annihilated by Striker too. It's going to be the masterpiece and the inspiration proc that is going to obliterate that. Yeah, and Diane's about to get taken down too. Down they go. It's going to be the Aiden just pushed away into their own battle zone that they lose in for the fight. That's crazy.
And so then we see it Sing Sing be able to knock out Mamba out. Just the chase potential on the Darko and Priya with all the flowers being able to catch up to the Celine and be able to finish that team off.
This is really bad. I mean, Mamba AyaOwO looked like they were doing so good, but the chase potential, the catch-up potential, I think the overall fighting capabilities of Team Run It Down's composition, especially with the Priya, you're right. The chasing potential from the Darko becomes so much more terrifying when you combo it with the Priya like this. And he's been doing really good. Look at his items as well. Monkey King Bar plus the Elysian Halo. He still has so much versatility in how he can take his items because he has his 2 core builds. Everything else is just up in the air. He's already so strong in this game.
It does look like they're positioning for another fight up in Hospital against another Darko. Real ult lands on enemy Darko. Looks like they're unsure if they want to take it. It looks like they're just going to back off and disengage.
Right up on the north side, the shield up from Jignut, blocking shots for Camper, but that does allow the finger point to come through. This fight is not exactly the one that I think CatGPT wants to continue. They will end up backing away fully. It seems like the disengage has come online, so let's switch our view to the other fight. Sing Sing taking down dangerously low. Bujuman sitting up in the front lines will finally end up getting taken down. Way too much chase potential again, this time the Piolo in the Darko to lock that down.
And like I said, that team is very catch. If they manage to actually get a catch off, they basically win the fight. They're able to isolate one target and one target super well, but if they end up missing, it's not so good for them.
It's really, really bad. Run it down. They do have enough credits now, but seeing the pings on the north side of the map, they're going to completely dissuade themselves from walking in that direction.
Yes.
This could be the call inside a fire station to try looking for the attempt back in. Kira, yep, there's the rest coming back in. You have another fight sitting inside of Chapel. Striker trying to outplay Restfeld, but the chase potential from a Yan when you're Daniel is not exactly the greatest thing to deal with in the world. NA, the last one alive on this team. Look at the credit count on himself. He has to use all of that to res his teammates. That means no blood sample at the start of night 3.
And then up in stream, we do see a massive third party come in from Walmart, just able to lock down whoever was left over from the previous fight. So then we see Run It Down have to run away. Oh, we do see it. CatGPT be able to get the revive on Bernice.
Oh, that's so big. That is really, really big. Saving the big minus 250, although they will have to invest it for the Darko. It's definitely better. Oh my god, no way. Nine called himself the blood sample and then used his teammates' creds to res.
I'm gonna say a quick thank you for Nero for the raid. Thank you.
Whoa.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Well, that's actually hilarious. I mean, realistically speaking, that is definitely the smart play to go for, right? Because you do have enough to go for something like that. And the flare gun coming in for the team, too. It is really, really big value for that team. But still quite funny when you think about it like that.
Yeah. I mean, gotta play selfish when early on. Your identity is basically tied to these blood items.
What the item is going to be now, because we got about 20 something seconds or so until this red box is going to spawn. We'll of course catch back up to that one and see what it is going to be. On the flip side, on the south side, Lumi now getting jumped on by 2 different teams, possibly Run It Down, looking for some credits of their own. Sing Sing's going to jump back in. Nice! The electric shift away from Dezu the Kiddos, but the third party's about to come in. Look at this, Dezu trying to jump on over towards Mucho Man. He's got the autos, he's got the kites, he's got everything. Dissipation's going to lock away the Darko's opportunity of running away. On the other side of things, everybody seems to have gotten out, but the Darko is in a whole heap of trouble. Chase down with the Darko is going to be in favor with the one that's chasing. Movement speed towards the one you are moving against. Down and goes Adulting.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Run It Down. They can literally run it down to know tomorrow when they're able to actually get on something.
It sucks trying to run away from a Darko as a Darko. That passive on Q, trying to chase people down, the bonus movement speed, you hate to see it. It really sucks.
Yeah. It's a real know you moment.
Alright, here we go. This is one of the comps that I think Run It Down is going to have a bit of a tough time fighting. They're going to immediately back away as soon as the cameras detect something, because, yeah, triple assassins, especially ones that can easily have access over onto a Rio despite the Priya, not going to be the best thing in the world for her to deal with. So I like the idea of just
Ooh.
backing away.
There's going to be quite a few potential fights happening. One in factory and one up in hospital. It looks like the one in hospital is positioning very aggressively. They're really running for it. Jigna just not able to land the point, but Theodore, being able to do so much damage with the amount of
still
juice
alive!
and healing and fruits.
How did he live there? I thought the burst damage from the IRM and the Darko was going to be enough to knock him down, but no, not at all. It wasn't even a close fight. Fuchu, last one alive on his team now. Holy crap.
Ooh, unfortunate place to be. Walmart tries to TP in to close it off. We see Deuce up top, Walmart on bottom, and the root, and there's no way.
There's the Kiddo finishing off the Blood Half Moon Crimson upgrade. Extended Fury up and online for that team now as well. Seeing some spicy transitions coming in on this game, Aya.
What?
We're seeing some spicy transitions coming in.
We are. Sorry, I got very distracted by Nero and chat. Yelling about Dylan.
He's got 2 seconds. Oh, it's changing. Okay, I see how it is. And that's actually really smart too, because Wick's gonna spawn right here. Cemetery opening up. I think this is actually the first time I've seen something like this, where Wick ends up spawning in a zone that just really opened. And that's really big opportunity taken by Butter Gallows or win. Good macro play.
This is gonna be really crazy to see. Oh, we see Lumi has a meteorite. Okay. I feel this is gonna be really crazy to watch in Asia as well, to see how they play around it.
Oh yeah. Are we going to see multiple teams just kind of hanging around when the possibility of a zone opening to a Wick line happens? Or is it just going to be a couple teams that take care of it? Like, off the top of my head, Mita and Sejong is a team that would 100% take advantage of those kind of mechanics.
Yes.
But we will see. By possibility happening, Jignut waiting for the dissipation to come online. Jignut sitting up in the corner. This is actually a pretty good wall, yeah, for Alonso to fight through. He does send up the shield. Will not find anything. Still looking for the fight. The little poke damage coming in from Deus and Walmart not exactly resulting in much. But for now, bottom side, Dezu the Kiddo got annihilated by the assassins. Good to know.
Daniel jumped in on all three and was able to isolate the Nadine. QEWR instantly dead.
Okay. Alright, Jigna gets taken down too. Deus trying to find the kill on Durazvelg. He's not going to find it. And I think with this, the Marcus should be able to chase it down. There's the Swift Strides. I think Marcus with just a little bit more should be able to find it. Deus is still trying to run. He actually gets out with the win stream. Crazy. Wow. But it is day 5. He needs to find Lumi in order to res his team. He actually does have the crits for it. But Lumi's on the south side of the map, and look at the teams down there.
So far away.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like up in stream, there's potential for a fight. It looks like they're going to try to lock out... Looks like they're going to try to lock them out of the zone.
Items are actually pretty good for Crayon Munchers, though. As long as they play this fight correctly, I think Dezu the Trio might be in a little bit of trouble. You can see Dezu the Kiddo actually playing extremely safe, knowing full well what could happen as soon as anybody on that team really jumps on her. Still playing it safe, jumps on over towards Restfeld, not going to find anything. Smash Smithereen is actually missing out from the side of one of these teams. GBR still sitting on the back line, will not get taken down. There goes the Nadim, there goes the Yan. Exactly as we thought. Nadine gets caught out, down she goes. Piolo gets caught out, down he goes. Darko, the last one alive, he's going to be able to get away. On the flip side, though, Triple Assassin's dead.
Run it down. Just murdered the assassins. Assassinated the assassins. It's just how it be sometimes. Now we see 2 teams really needing the Lumi. Solos. Lumi's all the way on the other side of the map. There's very little chance that they'll be able to get it.
Man, I really wish we could see Lumi as spectator. And I wish we could select Lumi as well.
Very sticky.
Yeah.
This is in very troubled waters. Aiden with the blood. Oh wow, see Rio get blood, Aiden with blood.
Go
Holy.
for with this. Is this the Dainsleif or oh yeah, it is the Dainsleif, and he's gonna go for the Crimson upgrade as well. So that's a pretty big one. It's gonna be Smolder coming online for Chibi Arc in for who? I think keeping Dainsleif might have been just fine because Smolder's only gonna work against the Darko in this lobby. I'm not sure.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if they know that Lumi Haters doesn't have Alonzo.
True, that is actually fair. They might not have
They've been-
information on that yet.
They've been gone for so long, and they just may not know.
Oh, they're about to find out soon, though. Look at this. Both of the solos are
Oh,
coming in towards
no.
Lumi. Oh, this could
They
be bad.
see
And
it.
it walks into cemetery. Dezu might be able to find something. Wait a second. Oh! Oh, he's got to get it. He's got to get it. He's chasing it. Oh, where's one? Deus? Oh, no! Oh, no!
마지막까지 파이팅.
I let's get one more kill before he goes down, but...
Oh, no! Deus.
남아있는
Oh, unable to get all of the revives. Perhaps we see Sing Sing jump in.
Oh, that's all the health they
Kills.
have, though. They gotta fight it. Oh, but the Rio is gonna be able to lock down the Darko. Dezu's gonna get ran down. There it is. Intimidation tactic in. Dezu the cat is gonna get taken down eventually.
Yeah.
Down goes the Piolo. It looked funny for a second, but in the end, run it down.
잘해주고 있는데요.
14 kills.
우리 팀
It was a really good try, just unfortunately. They started off half health, and that just did not go well for them. We saw the Darko try to isolate Rio, but
Hey, look at this as well. Now these two
Oh.
teams are kind of confused. It's gonna be factories. They thought it was cemetery. Chapel Hospital is so unique that it contacts both cemetery and factory for both of the zones. Crayon Munchers called it wrong.
they wasted so much red timer.
Oh, now they have to
They're
push
sitting at
into a
40?
Prayer Rio as a triple melee. How do you play
This is not looking good.
What
I feel like they have
information
to
do you
really
have?
isolate that Rio. But
Yeah.
if they isolate Rio, Kiraz is able to piece of the earth. I think that's what it's called. Oh,
Yep. There's the recon drones coming in. It's gonna be a triple flank coming through for these teams. Three-way pronged attack. There is so much poke coming in. Like, how do you deal with this? The Rio isolates away Restfeld. Good damage coming in from Sing Sing, who is actually going to be the one to win it out in the end. Kira getting tagged by the electrostatic surge, but it's not even close. It's not even close. They can't even kill the Rio. They can't even kill the Rio. She dies to reflection of all things, and Diane will end up getting taken down. Are you kidding me? It's the
Those shields
reflection.
Those shields were absolutely insane.
I can't believe it. The shield disappeared as soon as the reflection damage came into the Rio and it killed any Mucho. Man, that's so funny.
20 team kills.
Indeed. I think it came down to 17 because they went out on the battle zone, but it still does not take away from how dominating this team is. And you know what? It might be the Koreans this time around looking for a North American tournament because, good lord, they are looking insanely dominant.
Rio Darko Priya is looking really strong, especially with... It seems like we're in a really big melee meta with the buffs to Darko, and... Like, Rio got a bunch of... Well, like, I don't even think buffs, but not really. It was just item changes.
Yeah, and again, even more so than that, I think so. This is just how the trend of the early season goes, as we've mentioned several times, especially during season 4. Beginning of the season, Rio is really, really good, and then she starts to kind of trail out towards the end of the season because of a lot of new and experimental things just tend to work out for Rio, and I think the volatility of the beginning of the season with all the other characters just kind of trying to figure out their own place in the meta really allows Rio to shine. And then for Darko, we talked about it earlier, so many changes.
I completely forgot
What's
about
up?
Critical Blow. I completely
Yeah.
forgot about the Critical Blow on Lucky King Bar.
Yep.
8% of his lost HP.
And it's
No wonder he
6
couldn't
seconds.
die.
6 seconds
No wonder he couldn't
cooldown.
die. Wow. So not only was he healing by himself, he was getting so many shields and disengages from the Priya. Priya's damage is nothing to laugh at either, especially with Cataclysm doing AoE skill amp damage.
33.3k damage for... Fine, I'll call him Ninja, fine. Anybody else doing any close amount of damage? Doesn't seem like it. Deus with 21k. We got Striker sitting at 16.4. Camper on duty also sitting at 16.3 as well. Yeah, it's just not even close. It seems like, again, the Koreans might have a solid chance going into the qualifiers in a couple of weeks. So
Yeah.
that's going to be fun.
Theirs is a little later than ours, so we still have a lot of volatility, whereas they have a little more time to figure out what the meta is and who's strong and who isn't.
Yeah. There's the final score sheet for the night.
I'm just looking at
What?
the shield absorption Darko 13,000, Priya and Rio at 2,000 each. Wonder what the healing was on Theo. Only 8k, so a little less than last one.
Alright, that looks a little bit off, by the way, as well. Why run it down all the way down on the bottom? Yeah, score sheet got a little bit funky.
-1. That is incorrect.
Oh,
the
KO put -77 for run it down just to scam the score sheet. There is the actual accurate score sheet. There you go, guys. that makes more sense.
76?
Yeah, he just kind of slammed it in there for funsies. All right. There's the score sheet. You want to go over it to round this up?
Sure. Give me one. I'm not in this version. Okay, I lost the server. So in first place, we have Run It Down with 50 whole team kills, 76 points. In second, we have Crayon Munchers, 40 team kills and 56 points. Third, Better Galazor Win, 40 team kills, 52 points. Fourth, Lumi Haters with 29 team kills, 42 points. Fifth place, Mamba Out, 19 team kills, 25 points. Sixth, Cat GPT, 19 team kills, 23 points. Seventh, Ezu with 10 team kills, 21 points. And finally, in eighth, we have G-Ram Ranch with 12 team kills and 16 points.
Pretty good game that we had tonight. Pretty good series for the
Yeah.
scrims today as well. I think it's a pretty good representation of where we are in Season 5, I'm going to be honest with you. More accurate, in my opinion, than what I saw in JP a couple days ago, because we did have a lot more bona fide characters that we're much more familiar with in Season 5.
I was gonna say, looking at from the first game to the last, Run It Down was always in the top. They were top 3 every single game.
Let's see. Actually, we can